What the heck is whey protein? Well, this lovely photo, this is the whey, this liquid substance that's sitting on top of this cup of yogurt. That is technically the whey, WHEY, that is separated out from the fatty substances of yogurt, ice cream, cheese, etc. These days, there are a ton of different types of protein on the market, which I feel like can be very overwhelming. There's pea, whey, soy, there's beef protein, there's even like cricket protein at Jordan Hamilton. Thanks for giving me that free sample. But today's topic is whey protein. I would like to discuss two different types of whey protein. We have the concentrates and we have the isolates. But real quick, what is whey protein? So that lovely liquid substance that I showed in the previous video is basically separated, filtered, and then dried into what we call, as the consumers, protein powder. So the protein powder is what you're mixing into your smoothies, what you're shaking in your shaker bottle, etc. So you can think of concentrates as like phase 1, and you can think of isolates as like phase 2. So concentrates, when they're separated out, they yield a like 60 to 80% protein, and the rest, so that like 20 to 40%, is the fat that comes from that original like liquid form substance. Isolates, on the other hand, are basically taken a step further, filtered once again, and they're 90 to 95% protein usually, and that remaining 5 to 10% is that leftover fat from the milk. However, I will say, if you are or consider yourself to be lactose intolerant, but still want to consume whey protein, the isolate form is obviously going to be for you, because the more fat and leftover substances from the milk, the more lactase. So whey, especially in the context that we are referring to it in, is a type of protein. And I want to touch on the energy expenditure of digesting food. So basically, it costs energy, aka calories, to digest food. It costs energy, aka calories, to chew, to swallow, to send the food down your esophagus all the way to your GI tract. It costs energy, aka calories, to get the ships ready in your GI tract and your blood once it receives those digested nutrients. And it also costs energy, aka calories, to ship those ships off all the way to all of the various organs throughout your body. So interestingly, the type of food or macronutrient category that you're eating, in this case, would be protein. They cost different amounts of energy, aka calories, to digest them. So, for example, if you eat 100 grams of protein, usually protein is extremely dense, so right off the bat, to swallow, send down the esophagus, send the ships off, etc., usually costs between 20 to 30 calories to do that. So your net actual consumption of calories from that initial 100 grams of protein is only going to be roughly 70 to 80 calories. Okay, whey protein also contains branched chain amino acids. You've probably heard of BCAAs, same thing. So recall that protein, as it travels through the stomach and the small intestine, is broken down into its smaller form known as amino acids. So these branched chain amino acids are particles found in your food naturally occurring. They're just smaller, basically the smaller type of protein after it's digested. So BCAAs are known to essentially increase the creation of mitochondria. If you recall from elementary bio, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So the mitochondria, specifically found in the muscle tissues, is in charge of creating ATP. So we reviewed that in letter A, and we also reviewed that in D, digestive tract. But so mitochondria, again, is where energy, aka ATP, is generated from both fats and carbohydrates. So this in turn insinuates that An increase in mitochondria, again, BCAAs create mitochondria, might also mean a increase in fat burning. So I would like to caveat that I myself do not take BCAAs, but I do know that a lot of my fellow trainers at the gym not only take themselves, but also recommend taking BCAAs to their clients. I'm open to trying it. If anyone has any stellar recommendations to send through, just so I can kind of test the waters as to whether or not they actually promote fat burning. Also, of course, just like any other nutrient and or supplement, it totally depends on your digestive tract, your allergies, your body's set point, etc.